Going live. What up? What up? What's going down, boys? How's everybody been? Can you guys hear me all right? Check in. See who's up in the chat here. We got Deegs, Blake, MX Tips, Monroe, Brian, what up? Tommy Shea, Big Feist, and Liam. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me, because it's been a while. All right, I'm seeing some thumbs up. Good. Well, I'm glad everything is up and working. So what's been good? How's everybody been? Yeah, it's been a minute. I'm looking at the comments. It's been a minute. I know. Hey, I was supposed to be on last week, and I gooned it. I actually was planning on not doing it anyway, because we put new carpet in the house. So basically, me and Mel had to move everything out of the bedrooms, get everything in the bathrooms, and get most of the stuff off the carpet so they can come and put it in the new carpet. And they did it on, did they do it on Monday? Or maybe they did it on Tuesday. They did it on Tuesday, I think. So anyway, my little studio, you can see already this is not the normal setup. And I don't even know if I'm going to go back to the normal setup now. But anyway, the whole thing was not set up and everything was packed away because of that. And I totally spaced on just letting you guys know, saying, hey, I'm not going to be on tonight. We'll be back next week. And Big Feist sends me a text. He's like, hey, what happened to Moto Monday? And I'm like, dude, I thought it was Sunday today. So I blew it. My apologies for forgetting what day it is, getting confused. But anyway, we wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. But we're back this week, and then we're going to try to get back on to the first Monday of every month. So it was just goofed up with what we had going on. But we're back. Let's see. How's everybody been? Let's see what's going down. What has been going down? Yeah, Tommy Shea saying epic couple of weeks, huh? Yeah, things have been crazy in the moto scene, outside the moto scene as well. Yeah, we'll jump up in these chat here in a second. But just a couple quick announcements since it's been a while. A couple weeks, huh? Since we've talked. But it's been 5 weeks since I've ridden, which is crazy because I don't like to take off that long. Feel like I'm back in winter. 5 weeks off the bike because of the vertigo. Still got vertigo. Nowhere near as bad as it was. But I got a doctor appointment tomorrow. Finally, I had to book it. It was just, by the time I booked it, it was like 3 weeks or so out before I could get in to see a doctor. So that's tomorrow. So I'm excited to see what they have to say. Hopefully they can give me something. I also... obviously, I talked to so many different people about it, and even Deegan said, dude, I had it, went to a chiropractor, and it went away. So I had a buddy who was in town, who was actually a doctor, and he worked with us, Dr. Buddy. That's his name. Buddy in town named Dr. Buddy. But anyway, he was in town, seen him a couple weeks at church, and he reached out and found a chiropractor for me here in my area in Overland Park. So going to go see him, and see if that helps. Maybe I'll get lucky. But I'm hoping to get back on the bike ASAP because, like I said, it's actually super hot today. We got a heat wave hitting, but the warm weather is back. It's super nice out, and oh my God, the dog's coming in here. Calm down, crazy. And I can't ride, so I want to get. I'm hoping I get this stuff straightened out because I don't want to miss the riding season. Mally, calm down. So. Throw some prayers up for me that the doctors can figure it out. Hopefully it's, nothing crazy and get that all taken care of. Other than that, as far as the MXR from X classes go here, I'm basically, the way I'm going to do it right now, just because I haven't been able to lock in a track, I'm just doing privates for now. Private and small groups. So basically, if you go to the website, go to RonnieFaisstMX.com, all the new rates are up on the site. And it's basically, I'm just doing one-on-ones because I can use Basor. That's pretty much my main track. I had a couple other people also say, hey, if you want to use my track. So basically, I have access to a few different private tracks. So it's kind of easier right now until I get my own place to just do the privates. That way, I don't necessarily have to find a track. I don't necessarily have to set a date and gamble the rain because everybody knows to live out in the Midwest. This time of the year is a gamble when you pick a date because half the time it gets rained out. So it's kind of easier. I have people sign up and I can just work with them. We work around the weather. We say, hey, we're going to go to this track. This date works for you. Perfect. If there is some rain on the schedule, like it's super easy to move one person, not have to call a bunch of people. So kind of doing like that. So like I said, go to the site if you're interested in getting private lessons. And it's incentivized to sign up for more classes. So if you do one class, it's $200 for a 2-hour session. If you sign up for 2 classes, it's $350, which drops your rate down. I think it puts you at $175. And then if you sign up for 4 classes, so you buy the month, it's $650, which puts your rate all the way down at like $62.50 or something, which is really, for privates, is an awesome rate, because my small group, the other thing that I'm doing is basically, and I'm keeping the small group smaller than I did last year, and there's 150 now, but they're only 2 to 3 riders, so they're almost like privates. So how that works, if you have a buddy or you have a sister or brother you ride with, or you want to get 1 or 2 friends, you guys can sign up 150 for the small group. So that's why it's incentivized to buy if you sign up for 4 privates, you almost are getting private lessons for the same price you can get small group training. So anyway, it's all up on the site. Check it out if you're interested in that. There's also a sale on some of our merch on there. Not everything on the RFMX site is on sale right now, but if you want to look for some merch, just go on the site. You'll see what's for sale at the moment. And then Mark Collective is actually having like a full-on spring sale where almost everything, Mark's Collective is the Ronnie and Mel Ministry merch. Everything's on sale on that site. So if you guys are interested in that, check out that site. And if you haven't checked out the Ronnie and Mel page, check it out here on YouTube. We've been posting. My wife's podcast comes out. So tomorrow will be a new one. Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. She has a podcast called Mornings with Mel, and she puts out a little devotional. Super simple, 5-minute, 8-minute little deals. So if you haven't checked those out, check them out. They're super helpful and encouraging. Other than that, I don't have too much. Since the last time I talked to you, hey, I'll give you this. We put an offer in on some land. But the bad thing is we didn't get it. We didn't get it. But we did. So it's cool. At least we made some progress, because we kind of shifted gears, and we're like, hey, let's find. It's kind of why we've been fixing up our house a little bit. We're like, get the house ready to sell. Let's make sure this thing's, if we got to put it on the market, we can get rid of it fast. But we shifted gears. And we're like, let's just buckle down and find some land, find a house, whatever, so we can get our own spot. And it's tough. Markets, there's not a whole lot on the market, and a lot of what on the market is overpriced. And if you know me, I don't like to overpay for nothing. But anyway, we did put an offer in, but unfortunately, we didn't get it. And so we're just going to be patient. That's the thing. I posted a little thing about being patient, because I feel like that's where I'm at right now, because that's tough for me. I don't know if you guys struggle with patience. I struggle with patience. Probably all of us do, just because when I want something, I want to go get it and get it done. I don't like to wait on anything. And I feel like it's taking a little bit longer than we were hoping. And so I'm trying to be patient, trying to just trust in the Lord, like, okay, if it takes a little bit longer, it's all good. Who knows? This real estate market might take a turn. I mean, interest rates are climbing, and we all know when interest rates go up, it has a tendency to pull prices down. So maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it'll all work out. It'll all pan out. It'll all work out in the end, right? So trying to be patient with that, and just let it come when it comes. But if you guys know what I'm saying, like, when you're like, yeah, I'm just like, let's just get this done, right? I was hoping to have everything like set. Boom, spring would come, and I'd already have the track built and ready to train, and we're still looking. So all good. It'll all work itself out. Other than that, man, I don't think there's too much other stuff. We can jump in the chat here. So what you guys thoughts on how the season wrapped up? Because I'm not even gonna put. I got the points here, but I'm not gonna look at the race results from Saturday. But we could talk about. All right, so here's 250 West. We got Craig, Lawrence, Mossaman, Shimoda, Thrasher, Freezy, rounding out top 6. Whoops. What are you guys' thoughts on the West? let's just go one by one. Any thoughts on the West? I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom of the chat so I can see anybody chiming in. Then I'm going to jump back up when we kind of get through everything and answer questions and stuff. But right now, any thoughts on, we can talk about the race too. I mean, it looked like Craig kind of went championship mode. He kind of was like, yo, I'm not going to throw this away. I even seen him a couple times just doubling through the whoops. And hey, I don't blame him, dude. What did he end up finishing? Like 8th or something? 7th or 8th? Which is normally nowhere. Craig, all year he's not an 8th finish guy. Obviously, he won the championship. But I think he was just cruising. He was like, I'm not going to let anything crazy happen. So, any thoughts on that? I think it was smart of him to wrap it up. And hey, super psyched. So shout out to Craig for wrapping up the championship. Well deserved. Long time coming. Good to see people. And you guys could see how emotional he was in his interview, or even when he just crossed the finish line. Like he's trying to barely hold it together. So very cool. And also, let's give a little shout out to Mr. Deegan here, Brian Deegan. It is his birthday. Probably get bummed if I tell you how old he is, because he's always trying to hide his age. But he's 3 years older than me, so you do the math. You guys know how old I am. So happy birthday, Mr. Deegan. He's out there doing it up. I think they're down in Florida, hanging, enjoying the life, as the Deegan family does. Let's look at the East Coast. We got Lawrence, Hampshire, Brown, Oldenburg, Lopes, and Smith rounding out the top 6. Faulkner coming in with the 9th. Not bad for missing part of the season. Still getting the top 10. Yo, how come? Is anybody commenting in this thing right now? Or is mine locked up? I've been waiting to see somebody talk about the races, and I'm stuck. Where I'm looking right now, it's been in the same spot the whole time. I'm like, is this not loading? Or maybe no one's saying nothing. No one wants to talk race? What up? Can't get in. Oh, dude. All right, so, I mean, hey, Lawrence, I think we all saw that one coming. Brown, I think, still had a good year. Hampshire. Shout out to the Lawrence, and then we'll make it quick tonight. We'll get up in here. Tomac not even showing up. Look, big Faisst on there right now. That's the only thing I see. Yeah, I know, huh? So Jet obviously mixed out. What up, Brian? Missed out there on the race on Saturday. So yeah, that would have been cool to watch. Tomac wrapping it up early, and then Tomac got hurt too, so he's sitting out. And is Tomac racing outdoors? Because I thought for sure he would, and then I could have swore someone had mentioned something in a conversation. I thought it might have even been Saturday night when we were watching the races that he may not be racing. And I'm like, what? Is that true? Anybody know? I would think that he would just be taken off to let his knee heal and then come back to outdoors. But then someone said he re-signed with Star Yamaha for Supercross only, and I'm thinking, why would he sell in Supercross only? The dude's a full-on outdoor guy. Like, he's beast in outdoor. But maybe they didn't know what they were talking about. I don't know. Or maybe I understood him wrong. That could happen too. Let's see. Varsha got a huge fine, lost 14 points, but he owned the last one. Owned? I'll make sure I'm reading that right. Yeah, thoughts on Barsha? Anybody? Because obviously we've seen what happened there. All right, so we're going to pull this out. And shout out to Anderson Stewart. I want to give a couple. Yeah, Tomac, obviously, championship. But shout out to Anderson coming back. What did he get? 6 or 7 wins. Love this dude. Love watching him ride. Super cool. Just loose. He's one of my favorite guys to watch. Just super loose. And Stewart having his best year yet. So big shout out to Stewart. Maybe I'll leave this up for a second because we're going to talk about outdoors. Or I can pull it back up. Because we'll look at this list of who do we think are going to be outdoor guys. Hey, calm down back there. But, yeah, going back to Barsha, what did you guys think? Brian said BS hit. I agree. I think he's, like, dude, to be honest with you, I've lost all respect for Barsha. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, whatever. Like, I don't even care, dude. Like, if he hit me like that, I probably would have had to beat him up. I'm surprised. I don't think the only reason no one else has beat him up is because in their sport they can't really they have to keep their they don't look good to go fighting in Supercross. You know what I mean? They got teams. They got to keep it professional and clean. So shout out for Stewart for being a professional about it. But I'm like, dude, that is about as dirty and a cheap shot as you could have got. And I can't respect the dude. I lost all respect. Like, he's done that so many times this year. It's like, basically, if you're going faster on him and you pass him clean, he just runs into you and knocks you down so he can continue on in the position. I didn't think that's weak, dude. Like, go race and, like, pass people clean. Like, knocking people down unintentionally. I don't care if you're going to bang bars and have some good racing, but just full-on T-bone, in my opinion, is just, come on, weak. But whatever. So I'm glad he got fined. I'm glad they docked him, and I still hope someone beats him up one day because he needs his ass kicked, to be in my opinion. He just does. He's a little short dude, and he's way too cocky on the track for who he is. So that's how I feel about Barsha. Rips as a rider, but I don't know. Unnecessary roughness, in my opinion. All right, so let's see. Tomac is racing outdoor coming from Devon. All right, that's good. I thought he would. It don't make no sense why he wouldn't be. What's going on with Cooper? Webb not riding outdoor. All right, so Webb's not riding outdoors. Huh. I think I did hear that, right? Someone was saying that too. I think maybe I confused the two. See, I could. Eli has a knee. Should be better. I'm just reading this in. Yeah. MX tips. Yeah. I agree. Malcolm made the clean pass. Malcolm was for sure going faster. Caught him, passed him clean, and was about to leave him if he wouldn't have got knocked down. Yeah, let's talk about outdoors for a second. So let's pull the 450 class up. So who do you guys think, since Tomac's going to be in there, Anderson's coming off full steam ahead right now, Stewart's coming off a great season. Dude, I would even say Marvin, I feel like he does get outdoor. I wouldn't count Marvin out. Barsha, Sexton, Webb. How about Ferrandez down here in 11th? I think Ferrandez could potentially do better in outdoors than he did in Supercross this year. I feel like I thought he would have did better than he did this year, but I think so. I'm going to say, I don't even know. You guys got picks yet? Anybody? Is Kenny racing? Brian's saying Kenny 94. Is he back for outdoors? That'd be cool if Kenny came back. All right, so I don't even know who I would pick, to be honest with you. I feel like Tomac could. Yeah, I agree. I think you're going to see Ferrandez on a whole different playing field, I think, come outdoors. Man, it's hard to say when you're trying to pick because the class is so hard. I feel like there's people I want to see. I would really like to see Anderson get back up there. He was coming off a nice season. Love to see him get up there. I still would love to see Sexton come up. Yeah, I think they would be my first. I mean, I like Stewart too. Stewart's just cool. So I like seeing Stewart. I like seeing that big old smile on the podium, dude. He's always happy as hell when he does good. But I think Tomac, obviously, is going to be really hard to beat out there. So I would probably if I would just wrap up 5, I would go and these are in no order. I'm going to say Tomac, Anderson, Stewart. I'm going to put Muska in it. Oh, man, it's hard to pick 5. I'm like, shoot. Because I wanted to put Sexton in there, and I was going to give Ferrandez a run. So maybe but they're the guys I'm thinking. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6. There's my top 6. In what order? I don't have an order right now. What do you guys? Let's see. Any thoughts? It says Kenny's racing outdoors. All right. Well, shoot. Maybe I got 7 people now. That's pretty cool to hear. Your thoughts on Dungey? Dunge and Tony racing outdoors the first few rounds. Oh, you know what? I think it's cool. I feel like I did hear that too, and I totally spaced it. And when they said his name the other night, I was watching a race with some buddies, and they said his name, and it didn't even really register. But I didn't hear him say Dungey was going to race. Hey, I think, dude, at the end of the day, the guy is a beast, and he's got a lot of fans, and people are going to love to see him out on the track at the end of the day. Regardless of how he probably does, people just dude's a legend in the sport. So people just like to go see him ride. So, but hey, it'd be kind of cool to see how many years off did he take, because it ain't easy to come back. I mean, sure, he's probably not too far off the pace, but do you think he could actually go out after taking that much time off and be a front runner? That'd be pretty cool if he could, but man, that'd be tough. Because the class is just so fast, and I feel like if you're home chilling and everybody's been racing and training, it's kind of hard to jump right back out there, but you never know. He might come out and surprise us all. Kenny, too. Yeah, I wouldn't count Kenny out because he hasn't taken off that long. He just took off a Supercross season. But I think it's cool. So shout out for Dunge coming back, make a little comeback. Let's look at, and then obviously we're going to just put these two up together because all these guys are going to be all in the same class now. So what do you guys think about 250 outdoors? I mean, I would think Craig would be bumping up. Is that right? Yeah, top 10 for Dunge. I would agree. I would think he's got, that's Brandon there. He would say top 10 for Dunge. Maybe. I think he's got top. I just caught the maybe. Top 10. Maybe. He's doubting himself. I think he's got top 10. I think he can do it. Still pretty stacked class, but I still think he'd definitely be close for sure. What do you guys think though? Is Craig moving up? Anybody know? For outdoors, I would think he would be in 450 outdoors, but I could be wrong. I'm saying for sure the Lawrence Hampshire's good outdoors. The Lawrence brothers, both. Who else? Faulkner's back. McAdoo. Brown's coming off a good year. Man, it's hard, huh? I don't even know who to pick. I'm just going to go with the Lawrence brothers, and I feel like Hampshire's going to be right there, too, I think. I think Craig's out. If I could be wrong, rumors, Craig. Brian's saying rumors, Craig to Husky, but can't confirm. Huh. Busting up to the Husky. Could be true. Could be taking Wilson's spot, huh? I think this is Wilson's last year with Husky. So, they ain't, wait, let's give me, because, yeah, I was like, they ain't getting rid of Stewart. So, you know, Stewart would stay where he's at. So, probably bump Craig up, take Wilson's spot, and then who knows about 250. All right. Let me pull these down. Well, how many weeks off do we have here before the outdoors kick off? 1 week? Anybody know? And then I'm going to scroll up here and then just get into the questions here. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. Liam, what up, Feist? Let me get this up here. He said, how do you feel about Lawrence winning 250? Dude, stoked for him. I love the Lawrence brothers. They're I just like their style. Super smooth. Just forms on a whole perfect. Just smooth and flow with form. So I'm pumped for him. He'll be winning more stuff in the future, I'm sure. Blake here, we got, where's Taka-san? Where's Taka-san? I know he was just in Japan for X Games, but he's probably back in Cali. I haven't talked to him in a week or so. But I would assume he's probably, I think everybody's back. Actually, he was in Salt Lake City, because he did text me and said, hey, how far Salt Lake City from you? Come drive out and hang out. I'm like, it's like 15 hours, dude. I ain't driving out there. So he should be back in Cali, because that's where he was at. They did a freestyle demo, though, and he was there. Man, the wife blowing up here. MX Tips. Let's see. Ronnie, how you been? Ronnie. Hey, Ronnie. I have been riding, and I'm super fast in the corners, slow on jumps and straightaways. Is that okay? You're fast in the corners, but slow on the jumps and straightaways. I feel like, dude, to be honest with you, that's an easier place to improve than the corners. The corners are usually tougher because at the end of the day, like if you watch people ride, the guys who ride the corners the fastest usually win the races. So you want to be good in the corners. So the fact that you're good in corners, bonus. And I mean, to improve carrying speed over jumps and straightaways, to me, I think it's a much easier place to look for improvement. So I would look for improvement. I wouldn't just settle in and say, hey, I'm good in the corners, but I'm not so good on jumps and straightaways. Like, recognize, to me, you've already recognized your weakness, and now make it a point to improve where you're weak at and make your weakness a strong point. So I would practice carrying more momentum down the straightaways, and meaning like you're not so good on the slow on the jumps, meaning maybe you're not jumping all the jumps on the track. Or maybe you just have trouble scrubbing, staying low, and you're not able to, other guys are better at carrying momentum and staying low over the jumps. I would just make that my focus point. I would focus on what I'm weak at and get good at it and get fast on the straightaways and fast over the jumps. And if you need to work on jumping and just clearing jumps, I always talk about start on easy jumps, find a tabletop. Start there. Find an easy double and work up to that. Then go into the bigger jumps and build confidence as you go. Don't just set out to air the biggest jump on the track and either go long or short and have to take a 3-month break because you messed up. So keep it simple, but I would look to improve in those areas. We want to be good everywhere. You want to be fast in the corners, you want to be fast on straights, fast on the jumps, fast on the whoops, good at starts. If you're looking to race, and if you're a freestyle guy, you kind of have to have a balanced trick book. You gotta have on the regular tricks, you gotta have flip tricks, and you don't want to just have all the same. So if you're a freestyle guy, you want to have a variety. You don't want to just do all seat grabs. You don't want to go out seat grab, heart attack, one handers, double grab. You want to mix it up. You want to go from a grab trick to a flip trick to a double can over the bar trick, off to the side trick. Another flip variation, like, mix it up. So you want to, if in freestyle, there would be guys who could do everything, and they would be guys who you could tell they were really comfortable at touching the seat, and all of their tricks were grab tricks. But they couldn't get over the bars, couldn't go off to the side very good. So same thing as a freestyle guy, you got to realize, hey, maybe my grab tricks aren't my strongest points, and I need to work on my grab tricks. Or maybe my flip tricks aren't my strong points, so I got to work on my flip tricks. So same thing, you want to be able to do everything. And there is guys who can do it all. Look at Taka-san. He does it all. Ninja. Let's see. So ready to ride. So Brian here. How you been, brother? Brian's been healing up. Hope we get to go riding soon. Been off the bike for 6 months. So Blake's been off the bike 6 months. Dang, I've been off the bike 5 weeks. I'm struggling. Did I? RJ Buck, Green Valley. I did hear that. Yes, I did. I knew for a long time. I actually didn't let any of you guys know because I was told not to let anybody know. So I knew for a long time. But they were like, "Don't tell everybody." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I think they wanted to come out and let everybody know on their own. So I kept it on the DL. But I think it's good. He takes care of, does a good job at Kingsville. I think he'll do a good job at Green Valley. So should be good. All right. So we got Liam again here. Oh, wait. All right. Twitch. You met Twitch in the pits. Wait, what did you want? Oh, the handful I wanted to ask him because I was talking about how are you? How you wanted to ask Twitch how he was or how am I? You asking me how I am? I'm doing good. Hey, it's all good. You probably see him again next time you ask him. Or you see him, just ask him 500 questions and don't let him walk away. Yep. Looking at some of the shit to do. Liam again here. What's going on with Cooper Webb not riding outdoor? Anybody know? Is he hurt? Yep, so Devon, am I saying that right, dude? Devon? Eli should be better. He's got the hurt knee. Yeah, so this is where we're talking about. That's what we were talking about earlier. Just looking for some of your guys' questions, thoughts on Dungey. We hit this one earlier. Dirty Dave. What up, Dirty Dave? I think that's good though. All right, so here's just kind of some of the things we were talking about. So this would be 450 Devon, Ferrandis, Tomac, Anderson, Roxon, and Sexton. Hey, good pick. I'm with all you. I'm with you on all those guys. I'd say top 10 for Dungey. From our boy Brandon, top 10. I'm with you on that too. All right, so there's Brian talking about Husky. Yeah, so a little happy birthday, Tommy Shea. It is Deegan's birthday, so shout outs to the birthday boy. All right, here's one here. Dirty Dave. He says, what tire pressure do you run for FMX? I normally run 12 in the front and the rear for most MX. I honestly, that's exactly what I run. I run 12 in my front and rear for most of the time on moto, but I bump up to 15 for freestyle. And the reason I tested different air pressure like everyone does, right? And what I noticed with a little bit more pressure, you get less wheel flex as you go into the ramp, and your tire flex, the tire wall, it doesn't fold as much as it hits the ramp, so you can actually go into the ramp slower. And most guys, I would say, I personally I didn't like to race into the ramp and hit the ramp real fast. I always wanted to cruise into the ramp with just a nice controlled momentum, and then try to just power through the ramp and get the bike to pop up rather than kind of like, it's like the opposite of moto. You don't want to carry speed and then try to like stay low. You want to kind of cruise and boost it. So it's opposite. So with the extra tire pressure, you could hit the ramp. You can do it, test yourself, because if you hit the ramp with 12 pounds at the same speed with 15, you'll go longer with 15. You'll probably land at the top of the landing with 12, and you'll probably get pretty close towards the belly with 15, just by the wheels, the tires not absorbing the ramp like that. So, and I think it's cool. It helps to save because it saves your rims too. At the end of the day, like you jump all day in freestyle, guys. So if you clip the top or you go a little long, put the front end on the flats one time, because that does happen. I don't care how many times you jump the ramp. Sometimes you'll think about your trick so much, you'll just come in a little bit hot. You're like, whoa. And you'll go a little deep and smack the front end on the bottom. So a little extra tire pressure help save those rims. But yeah, I would try that. Go to 15. And I'll be honest with you, I almost think I went up to as far as 20 before on watch my free, because I feel like I had a video. I know I have a video. Not I feel like I had a video, but I feel like I talked about that in the video. I feel like 15 might have been like kind of where I used a lot, but I feel like I even went as far as 20. I almost positive Fitzo runs 20, because I remember we had a conversation about it, and he was like, I'm 20 pounds all day. So you can go that aggressive if you want, but that's what I'm saying. I would jump it at 12, put it at 15, maybe put it at 20, and then do the 3 test and just feel what you feel. And then you can make a decision what you like better. It's all rider preference, but I'm almost positive majority of the freestyle riders ran 15 or above. Here's the deal. It's kind of like this. Like everyone was buddies. Everyone rode together. Everyone hung out. It was kind of like when someone knew what the setup was, everybody did it. So it was like, yo, what gear are you going to run? And then we were like, oh, I'm going to run 51 in the rear. Everyone put 51 on the rear, ran it. Okay, what gear are you going to hit the ramp in second? Everyone hit the ramp in second. All right, what tire pressure? I'm using 15. Everybody go 15. Like, it was one of those things. Same thing, like, how stiff is your suspension? Oh, I got my suspension real stiff. Let me feel yours. And you'd be like, all right, I'm going to get myself super. And everybody would make their bike super stiff. Some guys have it a little bit stiffer. Twitch had a really gnarly bike. But for the most part, everybody has super stiff setup. Yeah, let's get motivated media here, because our boy Brandon's got some skills out there on the track. If you have not seen him ride here at the local track, he is always shredding. He said if you are fast in the corners, take the momentum you have coming out of the line, push it down the straightaway, learn how to soak up the jumps, which will help with that. There you go. A little tip from the pro right there. Good stuff. MX tips here, head injury. Who's got the head injury? Anybody? Could have been Cooper. We were talking about Cooper for a second. So maybe that's why he's missing. He bump his head? I'm looking at Devon here. And if I missed anybody's stuff, feel free to and I think a couple people got bummed because I scrolled by. I don't read everybody's comment. A lot of times I scroll past stuff looking for a question. I'm not dissing you or not leaving you out. Sometimes people are like, hey, you missed me. But anyway, I saw Devon said something about Hunter, and yeah, so right here it says Hunter, I think he gets underestimated because of Jet. Excuse me. Had dinner before I came up here. Burping it up. Yeah, I think Jet for sure. I feel like he's probably just a little bit more in the spotlight than his brother. But dude, his brother's sick. Like, I mean, he's crushed it. He's won a bunch of races this year. But I definitely feel like Jet probably has a little bit of more spotlight on him. Good personality, great rider. Got the cool donut thing going. So I think everybody likes him. But I see what you're saying. Agree with you. I agree with you 100%. All right, man. So anybody else here? What are your guys' thoughts on? Hold on. So Brian said, "Did you put an offer on the Rockland?" Actually, that was the one. We were gonna try to see if we could get it into escrow, and then we were gonna bring out a little mini excavator and do some test digging. My buddy was like, "Yo, I'll go over there with test digging and see how it was." So that we didn't get it, so it didn't matter. Well, let's just say the dude just said not at this time. So basically, the owner, it was a 40-acre piece. And the owner, the way he wrote it up in his advertisement is that he was willing, it basically sounded like he was willing to split it, but it was just worded wrong. So when we put an offer in on the back 20, and then he was just like, hey, I don't want to split the 40 up at this time. And then we're like, well, why'd you advertise it like that? And then the realtor was basically like, no, I think he meant it's able to be split if you buy the 40. We were like, well, it doesn't really read that way, but okay, it's fine. So maybe if he doesn't sell in a couple months, we'll throw our offer back in and see if he wants to sell that back 20. But it was the one you came and looked at. So the way I look at it, like, we can always test and dig, right? And see. Could be good. But then there was another piece that popped up. It was actually on the Missouri side, and I didn't even get a chance to look at it. It popped up, and it was another 20 acres, and I was like, oh, man, this one looks good. And then we had like 4 days of pouring down rain, so obviously I didn't drive out there in the pouring down rain. And then I looked at it the next day, and it was already in escrow, and I was like, dang, dude. I was like, well, shoot, missed that one. It's like a house. Like, good land is like houses these days. They're gone in a day. You can't even... You can't wait. So that was a lesson learned. I was like, okay, if another one pops up that I like, I need to drive to it that day, because if it looks good, it's not going to last. So I was kind of bummed that I didn't even get a shot at that one. It looked good too. Definitely had moto. It had some moto and it had some hunting. So that's like the best of both worlds. It's back 2 months ago. Blake's here saying, I don't know if you... What did he say? I don't know if you... Yeah, I don't know. Out in Oregon. I don't know that dude. So someone got hurt. Blake's saying somebody's got hurt. Broke his back. All right. So let's hear from you guys here before we wrap up. I mean, I probably mentioned this as we were talking, but if you were to pick one guy, let's narrow it down to one, because and that's really hard. And I don't even know if I could pick one, but you guys, let me hear for you. Outdoors, 450, opening round. Let's do that. Who do you think is going to win the opener of the season? What do you guys got? What's your pick? Opening outdoor round, 450 class, going to, and it's a 2 moto. Who gets the overall? Who comes out and gets the overall? Anything? I almost feel like you could honestly probably see like Roxton come out and just surprise everyone. Like, remember how he started out the Supercross season this year? He came out hot. I wouldn't be surprised if he came out hot and just went back to back and won the overall or something. What do you guys got? All right, so he's saying Tomac. Hey, I think that's a strong pick. Hoping Kenny does. Brian's saying Kenny. I think Kenny could. I think Kenny could surprise us, dude. But I do think Tomac's pretty solid pick because he's gonna be hard to beat. Liam here wants to know how come Suzuki sucks now. How come the Suzuki ain't got no good riders no more, dude? Probably must have got no money in the budget, dude. Can't afford nobody. Who knows? The good guys cost a lot of money, dude. They must not selling enough bikes or something. Can't hire good guys. That's be my thought, but I could be wrong. I don't know. So what else? Anybody else? Roxton. So we got some hitters on Roxton here coming out of just surprise attack, dude. Took a couple months off, hung out with the family, come out and just take him down first round. Tomac, Dirty Dave says Tomac. So Brian's going. Here's Liam. Brian's giving me a little answer on the Suzuki, I think. Here he's saying they basically have the same bike for years and they got no electric start. No one over 40 wants to kick bikes. Electric start's the 40+ start. All right. We'll go 250 and then we'll wrap it up here just a few minutes early. Man, my shoulder's feeling jacked up, dude. Anybody? So, and for the local boys that are on here, Brian and Brandon, Brian S. BS. Where's our boy BS? He's still on here? Are you guys? Well, Brian's still healing up a little bit. Anybody? Is there anyone riding? Today's only Monday. Is there a place to ride this weekend? I don't think I actually can ride this weekend, but I think I got a coach, to be honest with you. But I'm hoping by next weekend I can be back in the saddle. That's my goal. So what's open around here? And then let's go to 250. 250. Yeah, MCL. So that's true. Tomac's injured right now. Good point. So Liam's saying he's going Tomac. Oh, wait, I got Brian's thing up here. Wrong one. Tomac and Jet. Merwin on Saturday. Dang. Maybe I can get them. Maybe I can get someone to meet me out there. And do a little riding, do a little coaching out on the back track, so I can come try to ride. I just hate to drive all the way down there and gear up and do like a half a lap like I did that day and have to go home. Yeah. Oh, here's Mel cracking the whip. I'm hoping the chiropractor and we get some good news from the doc and we can get this vertigo off the list here so I can get back in the saddle. How Malcolm would do that because he hasn't done outdoors in a while, huh? Yeah, that's a good point. All right. So looks like Jet. Liam's going with Jet. All right, well, shoot. Probably wrap it up here a few minutes early. But, hey, man, thank you guys for coming and hanging out here. First time back in a few weeks. And, yeah, hopefully we come back. What's my... Yep, that's what I'm saying. Get back riding out there in the vet class, dude. But, yeah, hopefully we get some good news. Hopefully we can get back on the bike. So, looking to have a good week. Good report from the doctor, and we'll be back. And then we'll see you guys in a few weeks, huh? Let's see. And then we'll talk some outdoor, because I guess we're going to probably get a couple rounds in before the next time I see you. So let's see. We're looking for June 6th. June 6th, right? Because that's the first Monday of the month. And that's a busy week for me. Because, oh, man, I just know the date already because it's in my phone. I know it's... I'm going to be at a camp. So basically, June is really, really busy for me. So June 3rd through the 5th. So I might actually probably be driving home on the 6th, of course. Shoot. Well, we might have to figure that out. I'll have to keep you guys posted. So there's an event So you guys know Jeremy Carter, freestyle guy. He's doing a big event in Rapid City, South Dakota. Twitch is going to be there. Taka, I think Wanky, Keith Sayer, a bunch of other freestyle guys. I'm bringing the wife out. Me and Mel, we're going to drive. Me and Mel and Mally, we're going to drive out. And I'm just hanging out, signing autographs. Just it's a hangout weekend for me. But then I got to drive back. And right when I get back home, I got to leave to Oklahoma camp in FCA camp in Oklahoma. And I'm down there for the last 3 days of their camp, which is the 8th through the 10th, or 7th through the 10th. And then I got a birthday coming up in June, so we're trying to plan a birthday trip. And then we got Mel's dad coming out, so June's going to be busy. And then we got Big Feist coming out in July, so looking forward to having Big Feist out here in July. So, hey, good times. And I got to get ordained. I'm going to be marrying my sister in October. So I got Reverend Ron here. Got to go get my my license here so I can legally ordain or marry my sister. My dad's Big Fight sends me a thing. He's like, heard you're marrying your sister. Like, you get it? Marrying your sister. Joke. Big Feist. All right, man. We'll let you guys get out of here. Thanks again for hanging out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure you subscribe. If not, just give us a thumbs up. We appreciate all you guys. And we'll be back here. And I'll keep you posted on it because I think that June 6th I might be driving home, and it's a 10-hour drive. So that might be hard for me to do. So we'll figure it out. Might have to do it the week before or the week after. But we'll make it happen either way. All right, man. Much love. We'll see you guys soon. Ride safe. Stay blessed. Peace out.